Hey, good morning. Kim Tucker here with KCMO Homebuyer. And we had a call yesterday from a seller that had inherited a house, and they were trying to determine if it needed to go through probate or if it did not. And I thought that was a good question, so I wanted to make a quick video here. First, you're going to want to know how the house was titled. If it was titled properly, it can pass and be sold. And if it was not titled properly, it won't. So you're going to want to seek out a title company to take a look. A lot of times it may be that the house automatically transfers to the other person on title upon death, and all that would be needed would be a death certificate. Other times it might be that you're not on title, but it was titled in such a way that would allow the house to pass to the heirs based on the will without going through probate. And again, only need the death certificate. So you're going to want to contact the local title company and have them run a report. They can tell you how it was titled and if you can sell it. They usually charge between $100 and $150 for this report. And what they're going to also be able to tell you is, are there any mortgages, any tax liens, judgments, any bills that are attached to the house that would have to be paid out of the proceeds of the sale. And then if it gets down to it and you do need to go through probate, they're going to say, hey, you need to go through probate. You need to talk to a probate attorney. And what he's going to do, it does take quite a time process, and the probate attorney's job and the probate court's job is to find out all of the assets of the deceased and all of the, life insurance policies, etc., and all of the debts to make sure that all of the debts get paid out of the estate. But just because the house is going through probate, it doesn't mean that you have to wait till it's all finished to sell. You can and you probably should sell a house as soon as possible when it's in probate, because the longer it sits vacant, the house is costing the estate money in real estate taxes, insurance, utilities, just make general upkeep. And it's important to note here, if the house is vacant, that the insurance that was on the house to begin with when the person lived there may not cover the property any longer, and you would need to switch the insurance policy to something called a vacant policy. When a home sits vacant more than 30 days, traditional insurance usually will not cover any damages or claims. So also check with the insurance company on that. Oops, going too fast. Another question you want to ask is, if I'm going to take the house through probate, who should I use? And I strongly recommend using competent counsel. I have a quick story here. We had a seller call us and they had to take their house through probate, and they contacted an attorney who, while he knew probate, he didn't know it very well, and he didn't know the local court systems. So at first, he filed the probate information in Kansas City, Missouri. Unfortunately, this city has 2 courthouses, and he filed at the wrong courthouse. So that caused a delay, discovering that it was at the wrong courthouse and needed to be refiled. And then when he refiled, he didn't have the correct will. There was a more current will than the one he filed. And so it delayed, and a process that shouldn't have taken over 6 months did take over 6 months. So make sure your attorney you're working with not only knows the probate system, but also knows the local court system in the area where the house is located. And when you are ready to sell, or you have some questions about the right title company or an attorney to work with, give us a call. You can reach us through our website at kcmohomebuyer.com, or you can give us a call at 816-800-9044. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.